to replace her with Amy Coney Barrett, who would undo almost everything that Ruth Bader Ginsburg had done, and to ignore her dying wish that the next president select the nominee is so wrong. Her record also makes clear, if she's confirmed, that women's reproductive freedom will be at risk. Roe v. Wade itself will be at risk. If she's on the court, I believe it will either be eliminated or so greatly constricted that in effect it's eliminated.
Joining us now, member of the Judiciary and Armed Services Committees, Democratic Senator Mazie Hirono of Hawaii, who says she will not meet with Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Senator, welcome back to the show. Good to see you. I'm curious, why not meet with Amy Coney Barrett? Why not try and understand her, know her, see how her views are evolving? Why not meet?
I'm going to have ample opportunity when she comes before the committee to question her, and so that's what I'm going to do.
But why wouldn't you meet with her? It was galling, I thought, when Republicans wouldn't even meet with Merrick Garland. Shouldn't senators sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with somebody who may be on the court for the next 30 or 40 years?
I'm going to spend my time questioning her and chatting with her under oath, and I think that's the appropriate step to take. This is not a normal process, Joe. And people are saying, well, I should extend the courtesy. When the president extends a courtesy to the American people to not lie to us and not and to tell us the truth, then I'll extend the courtesy to his nominee for the Supreme Court for life. And they're shoving this person down our throat. So I am preparing for her actual confirmation hearing to ask her the questions that I need to ask.
What are your biggest concerns?
My biggest concern is that she's being pushed to be on this court so that she'll be sitting there to hear the Affordable Care Act case on November 10th, and she will be a vote to strike down the Affordable Care Act, and therefore millions and millions of people, including about 100,000 people with pre-existing conditions, will no longer have the protections of the Affordable Care Act. Striking down the ACA is near and dear to the president and the Republicans' heart. So they're going to accomplish this by putting Judge Barrett on the court in as fast a process as possible. And by the way, this whole process shouldn't be happening, but there you go. The Republicans are not keeping their word. What else new? Sadly.
Senator, there's been some discussion among your colleagues that if the Democrats were to reclaim the Senate this fall and the president was able to confirm and place his nominee here, that the Senate would perhaps, the Democratic-controlled Senate would perhaps look to take some radical changes, including maybe eliminating the filibuster and expanding the number of seats on the Supreme Court beyond what has become the normal 9. Senator, do you support those measures?
I thought about court reform for a number of years now, and the fact is that we won't even have a serious discussion about any of those matters, those issues, as the Democrats take back the Senate. So first, we need to take back the Senate. As I say, I've been thinking about court reform for a number of years because of court backing by this administration, this president, and Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, Senator, let me ask you about the judge's faith. 2017, a lot of eyebrows were raised when Dianne Feinstein suggested that her faith could get in the way of her being an effective judge. Do you have any concerns about her being a woman of faith, a devout woman of faith, and getting in the way of her being able to do her duty? Or do you believe people can actually be practicing Catholics and devout Christians and still be an effective judge?
Joe, her religion is immaterial. The issue is whether she can separate her deeply held views on issues like abortion, LGBTQ rights, whether she can separate her deeply held views from her ability to be fair and objective as a justice sitting there for years making decisions that impact all of our lives, starting with the Affordable Care Act.
So your suggestion is that if she just interprets the law based upon the law, which she has said that's what she does, if she can interpret the law based on that and not actually legislate from the bench, then you have no problem with her faith at all.
I have concerns about her willingness to overturn Supreme Court precedent, and she's written about that. And so I'd like to know what kind of factors would she apply in her determination that a previous Supreme Court decision was wrong. And so Roe v. Wade is a previous Supreme Court decision. That's a precedent. So I would like to know, because she has expressed a willingness to overturn precedent based on her own view of the Constitution. I think it is really important for the American people to understand what those parameters will be, because there are lots of Supreme Court precedent that she could overturn based on what she's laid out for us.
Well, it'll be very interesting to hear her being questioned. Senator Mazie Hirono, thank you very much for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Aloha.
And coming up, new reporting that the director of the CDC is alarmed over the influence of the president's new COVID task force advisor. Morning Joe is coming right back.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.